Oh, Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another entry into the Lazy Archive. Oh, messing it up right off the get-go. What I meant to say was, hello, everyone. Welcome to another entry into the Lazy Archive. And today, lost my train of thought. Sorry. I already recorded this video once, and I'm trying to remember everything that I said in that previous video, up until the point where the SD card on my camera ran out of memory. So, sorry if I just pause now and again. Anywho, today we will be discussing a particularly interesting indie horror title. Also, that is known as Garten of Banban. Recently, I've been bored out of my mind, sitting at home on a day off, trying to find something to watch on YouTube to keep myself entertained, and up pops an episode of Markiplier's playthrough of Garten of Banban. Nothing else I really wanted to watch that day, and it'd been a while since I watched somebody play through the video game, so I thought it'd make for an entertaining way to fill the air with some noise, at least. And boy, it was trippy being reminded about how cuckoo bananas bonkers that video game is. Sorry, one of the cats is messing with something in the other room. Anywho, the story of the game goes, you are a parent looking for your missing child. I don't know how they find out the kid was missing, but they find out the kid is missing, and they end up going to their kindergarten. The sake of the name's title, the sake of the place that the game is named after, the Garten of Banban. And for some odd reason, it's in the middle of the woods, but that's beside the point. By pressing some buttons and utilizing a drone, of all things that you find in the daycare, you realize that, surprise, your child's daycare is situated above a truly massive underground research facility. And the way you find out about this is that you are almost attacked and killed by a real-life version of one of the mascot characters that are meant to advertise the kindergarten. A character called Apila Bird. And then after an elevator ride where you're attacked by a colossal version of another one of the mascot characters, you fall deep, deep, deep down into the research facility where you discover, surprise, surprise, it's truly massive. Like, you can fit like a dozen skyscrapers in this place. Like, everywhere that isn't a building or a laboratory is just dark emptiness. Like an eternally dark pit. As you wander through this facility, you encounter all kinds of horrifying genetic abominations which were created via injection by a chemical or a substance or some kind of freaky liquid called javanium, which acts as a mutagen in a form of artificial blood. Hell of a combo. As you wander down, you are attacked by a colossal spider, if you can really call it that, and a red humanoid devil creature that proceeds to knock you out and steal all your stuff. A couple puzzles later, you end up talking to a colossal psychic orange cyclopic jellyfish called Singer Flynn. He does mind trickery on you, and then you go deeper into the facility where you eventually are chased by the devil dude under the influence of the jellyfish dude through some doors. Gorilla green giant man fights the jellyfish. They nearly kill each other. Deeper you go, and let's see what happened after this. You meet a 10-foot tall toad sheriff and a giant purple kangaroo queen with demons in her pouch. Then you encounter this comedy tragedy dude called Bitter Giggle. Shenanigans happen. He tells her a joke that somehow releases the demons from her pouch, and then you escape. And the next chapter of the game, you are fighting an evil slug man who has either mind controlled all the other genetic abominations in the building or just is in command of an army of them. Oh, and I forgot to mention, before you meet the slug man, you are almost attacked and eaten by a horrifying mix between a T-Rex and a cat. Yeah, this game, it's that kind of game. Let's see, after that, you go deeper into the facility, more puzzles. You sick a mutated version of the spider on the slug man. And then you go deeper into the facility where you meet a mad scientist surgeon type who, depending on where you are in the story, either wants to kill you or help you. And by the end of it, he doesn't kill you, thankfully. He just locks you in an underground prison, of all places. My son, cat's going crazy, playing with the leaf. She might pop up in a second, who knows. And then, if I'm remembering this correctly, you either get the giant T-Rex or the gorilla green thing to fight the slug man, and then he beats him up and knocks him out. Oh, a lot of stuff happens to this game, and it is hard to remember. I should have watched an entirely full playthrough before making this video, but that's what this channel is for, is just to talk about junk I'm interested in, even if I don't have all the information based off of it. Not a smart way to do things, but that's the way I'm doing it. Yeah. And then, if I'm remembering correctly, they're trying to find the Queen's staff in order to get things back normal. They couldn't find it. And then a flashback chapter happens where you get to see kid versions of all the creatures. Most importantly, the little red devil Banban, and the creature that was meant to replace him due to the fact that Banban was a failed experiment. After surviving an attack from a giant, and I mean giant, hybrid between goat and worm, you flash back to the future, find that replacement guy, more shenanigans happen, with puzzles and convoluted plot points, and characters with rough voice acting. They fight, and I don't remember who wins the fight, but you escape into another elevator, where you go deeper into the facility and hopefully find your kids after all that nonsense. I'm not certain whether or not the next chapter is releasing sometime this year, but I hope so. It'd be nice to finally get a conclusion to all the wacky tomfoolery that has happened in the previous chapters. I hope the parent that we were playing at gets to finally find their kids wherever in God's name they have been hidden in that facility. And you get to see like a little cutscene of them leaving happily out of that facility. Maybe some of the creatures with them, maybe not. And the little Joan is flying right next to them. I gotta say, if you want to play this game, play this game. And if you do play the game, I recommend ingesting... what's the YouTube-friendly way to say this? Ingesting some fermented beverages or plant life with unique chemical compositions in order to turn a trippy game into a trippy experience. But only if you're above the legal age. We don't need kids doing any of that. No, 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 no. That would be irresponsible for me to say. Like, seriously, unless you're 18 or older, or however old you need to be to consume certain things, don't do it. And the cat's in here again. Hi, girl. But yeah, if you want a trippy game to play, I recommend playing this game. If you want to kill like several hours and want to be like what on earth did I just watch after it all? Anywho, I think that about wraps up my thoughts on the matter. And thank you for watching this video. As I've said before, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch this video. And I hope you have a nice day.